Welcome to Senior Health Wisdom. These 6 drinks are weakening your bones. Let's dive in.
You're probably drinking something right now that's quietly stealing calcium from your bones. Every sip you take could be setting you up for a devastating fall, a painful fracture, or worse, the loss of your independence. Here's the shocking truth. Some of the most popular drinks that seniors reach for daily are actually bone destroyers in disguise. Maybe you've already noticed the warning signs. Perhaps you've gotten a little shorter over the years, or your back aches more than it used to. Maybe you're worried about falling, or you've already experienced that heart-stopping moment when you slipped and wondered if this would be the fall that changes everything. The reality is, your bones might be weakening faster than you think, and what you're drinking could be the hidden culprit. But here's the good news, and why you need to watch this entire video. I'm going to reveal 6 drinks that are silently sabotaging your bone health. And more importantly, I'm going to give you 6 powerful alternatives that can actually help rebuild your bone density naturally. These aren't complicated solutions. They're simple switches you can make today that could save your bones and your independence. Drop a comment below and let me know where you're joining from and which of these drinks you have daily. I have a feeling some of these are going to surprise you. And if this information helps you protect your bones, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss life-changing health information designed specifically for seniors like you. Let's dive into these 6 bone-weakening drinks that you need to know about, starting with the worst offender: soda and carbonated drinks. The first bone destroyer hiding in your refrigerator is soda and carbonated drinks. If you're reaching for a Coke, Pepsi, or even that innocent-looking sparkling water several times a week, you could be unknowingly accelerating bone loss at an alarming rate. This isn't just about the sugar. There's something much more sinister happening that most seniors have no idea about. Picture this. You've been enjoying your daily soda for years, maybe even decades. You think it's harmless, just a little treat to brighten your day. But every time you take a sip, you're introducing phosphoric acid into your system. This acid doesn't just pass through harmlessly. It actively pulls calcium from your bones to neutralize itself in your bloodstream. The result? Your bones become porous, brittle, and weak. You might not feel it happening. Bone loss is silent and gradual. But over time, what used to be strong, dense bone tissue becomes like Swiss cheese. Simple activities become dangerous. Getting out of bed wrong could mean a hip fracture. A minor stumble could result in a wrist break that takes months to heal. The independence you've worked your whole life to maintain suddenly hangs by a thread, all because of something as seemingly innocent as your afternoon cola. Here's exactly what happens in your body when you drink phosphoric acid-containing beverages. Your body maintains a very specific pH balance in your blood. It's non-negotiable for survival. When phosphoric acid enters your system, your blood becomes too acidic. Your body immediately goes into emergency mode to fix this imbalance. The quickest way to neutralize acid: pull calcium from the largest calcium storage facility in your body, your bones. Your body literally dissolves bone tissue to create calcium compounds that can buffer the acid. Medical research shows that people who drink cola regularly have significantly lower bone mineral density, especially in the hip area, where fractures are most devastating for seniors. But it gets worse. The phosphoric acid doesn't just steal calcium once, it creates a cascade effect. The excess phosphorus from these drinks disrupts your calcium to phosphorus ratio, making it even harder for your body to absorb calcium from your food. You could be taking calcium supplements and eating calcium-rich foods, but if you're drinking sodas regularly, you're fighting a losing battle. When you eliminate sodas and carbonated drinks with phosphoric acid, your bones get an immediate reprieve. Within weeks, your body stops the constant calcium robbery that's been happening with every sip. Your calcium absorption improves dramatically, meaning the healthy foods you eat and any supplements you take can actually do their job. You'll likely notice increased energy as your body isn't constantly working to neutralize acid. Many seniors report better sleep, improved digestion, and even clearer thinking once they break the soda habit. Most importantly, You're giving your bones the chance to start rebuilding instead of constantly breaking down. Start by cutting your soda intake in half this week. If you normally drink 2 sodas a day, have one. Replace that eliminated soda with water or one of the bone-building alternatives I'll share in a moment. Next week, cut it in half again. The key is gradual reduction to avoid the headaches and cravings that come with sudden caffeine withdrawal. Read labels carefully. Phosphoric acid hides in many drinks beyond obvious sodas. Some flavored waters, certain teas, and even some sports drinks contain it. When you're grocery shopping, choose beverages that specifically say phosphoric acid free, or better yet, stick to drinks with ingredients you can pronounce. If you're taking medications for osteoporosis like bisphosphonates, eliminating phosphoric acid drinks becomes even more critical. These medications work to prevent bone breakdown, but they can't overcome the active bone destruction that phosphoric acid causes. If you have kidney disease, be especially cautious, as your kidneys are already struggling to maintain proper mineral balance. Some people worry about losing their caffeine source. Don't worry, we'll address that with healthier alternatives that actually support your bones instead of destroying them. Instead of reaching for that soda, pour yourself a glass of fortified plant-based milk with added calcium and vitamin D. Almond milk, oat milk, or soy milk that's been fortified often contains more bioavailable calcium than regular dairy milk, plus vitamin D3 to help your body actually absorb and use that calcium. Unlike soda that steals calcium, these alternatives deliver it directly to your bones where it belongs. Excessive coffee. Coffee lovers. This one might be hard to hear, but your daily coffee habit could be quietly undermining your bone health. I'm not saying you have to give up coffee entirely. I know how important that morning ritual is, but if you're drinking more than 3 cups a day, you're entering dangerous territory for your bones, especially as a senior. Here's a scenario that might sound familiar. You wake up and immediately reach for your first cup of coffee. By mid-morning, you're on your second cup. After lunch, you need another pick-me-up, so that's cup number 3. Maybe there's an evening cup too. You think you're just maintaining your energy, but what's really happening is that each cup is causing your kidneys to flush calcium straight out of your body through your urine. The problem compounds as we age because seniors already absorb calcium less efficiently than younger adults. When you add excessive caffeine to the mix, you're creating a perfect storm for bone loss. You might be eating calcium-rich foods and taking supplements, but you're literally urinating away much of that calcium within hours of consuming your coffee. This calcium loss doesn't just disappear into thin air, it has to come from somewhere. Your body pulls it directly from your bone tissue. Over months and years, this creates microscopic holes in your bones, making them increasingly fragile. The scary part is that you won't feel this happening until it's too late, until you have your first fracture or your doctor tells you that you have osteoporosis. Caffeine acts as a diuretic, which means it increases urine production. But it doesn't just increase water loss, it specifically increases calcium excretion through the kidneys. Studies show that for every 100 milligrams of caffeine consumed, about 1 cup of coffee, you lose approximately 6 milligrams of calcium through urine. That might not sound like much, but let's do the math. If you're drinking 4 cups of coffee a day, you're losing about 24 milligrams of calcium daily just from the caffeine. Over a year, that's nearly 9,000 milligrams of calcium, equivalent to about 9 days' worth of your recommended daily calcium intake, literally flushed away. But here's what makes it worse for seniors. Caffeine also interferes with vitamin D metabolism, and vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption. Without adequate vitamin D function, even if you're consuming enough calcium, your body can't effectively use it to build and maintain bone tissue. The caffeine creates a double hit, too. It increases calcium loss while simultaneously reducing your body's ability to replace that lost calcium. When you reduce your coffee intake to a reasonable level, 2 cups or less per day, you immediately stop the excessive calcium drain. Your kidneys retain more of the calcium you consume from food and supplements, giving your bones access to this crucial mineral for rebuilding and maintenance. Many seniors notice improved sleep quality when they reduce caffeine, which is crucial because bone rebuilding happens primarily during deep sleep. You might also experience less anxiety and fewer digestive issues. Your natural energy levels often improve too, as your body isn't constantly cycling through caffeine highs and crashes. If you're currently drinking more than 3 cups of coffee daily, start by replacing every other cup with the alternative I'm about to share. Don't go cold turkey. That leads to terrible headaches and usually results in going right back to old habits. Try this gradual approach. Week 1, replace 1 cup with green tea. Week 2, replace a second cup. By week 3, you should be down to no more than 2 cups of coffee per day. Time your coffee consumption before 2 p.m. to avoid sleep disruption, which is crucial for bone health. Consider switching to half-calf coffee or mixing regular coffee with decaf to reduce caffeine content while maintaining the taste and ritual you enjoy. The goal isn't to eliminate coffee entirely, but to bring it to a level that doesn't actively harm your bones. If you're taking thyroid medication, be aware that excessive caffeine can interfere with absorption, potentially affecting bone metabolism indirectly. Those with acid reflux should be especially careful, as excess coffee can worsen digestive issues that interfere with calcium absorption. If you have high blood pressure or heart conditions, reducing caffeine offers additional benefits beyond bone health. However, if you're on blood pressure medications, monitor your levels as you reduce caffeine, since some people experience changes in blood pressure when they cut back. Switch to green tea, which contains about half the caffeine of coffee, but offers powerful bone protective compounds. Green tea is rich in fluoride, which helps build strong tooth enamel and bone tissue. It also contains polyphenols that actually stimulate bone-building cells called osteoblasts. You get the gentle energy boost you're looking for without the calcium-draining effects of excessive coffee. Aim for 2 to 3 cups of green tea to replace those extra cups of coffee, and your bones will thank you. Alcohol. This next bone destroyer might be the hardest truth to accept, especially if you enjoy your evening glass of wine or your weekend beer. Alcohol, even in what many consider moderate amounts, is one of the most significant threats to bone health for seniors. The social aspects and relaxation benefits of alcohol can make this a sensitive topic, but your bones are paying a price that you need to understand. Let's be honest about what's really happening. Maybe you have a glass of wine with dinner most nights, or you enjoy a couple of beers while watching the game. You've probably heard that moderate drinking might have some health benefits, so you don't think twice about it. But here's what nobody talks about. Alcohol is a direct toxin to the cells that build your bones. Every time you drink alcohol, you're poisoning the osteoblasts, the specialized cells responsible for creating new bone tissue. These cells become sluggish, damaged, and less effective at their crucial job of bone formation. Meanwhile, alcohol stimulates osteoclasts, the cells that break down old bone tissue. This creates a devastating double effect: less bone building combined with more bone breakdown. The result is accelerated bone loss that happens much faster than normal aging would cause. You might think you're just relaxing with a drink, but you're actually setting yourself up for fractures, falls, and potentially life-threatening injuries. Hip fractures in seniors often lead to a downward spiral of immobility, complications, and loss of independence that could have been prevented. Alcohol affects bone health through multiple mechanisms, and understanding these can help you see why even moderate drinking is problematic for seniors. First, alcohol directly damages osteoblasts through oxidative stress. These bone-building cells literally become poisoned and die when exposed to alcohol metabolites in your bloodstream. Second, alcohol interferes with calcium absorption in your intestines. Even if you're consuming adequate calcium through food or supplements, alcohol prevents your body from effectively absorbing and utilizing this mineral. It also affects magnesium absorption, and magnesium is essential for converting vitamin D into its active form, the form your body needs to absorb calcium. Third, alcohol disrupts hormone balance, particularly affecting parathyroid hormone and calcitonin, which regulate calcium levels and bone metabolism. In women, alcohol can interfere with estrogen production, and estrogen is crucial for maintaining bone density after menopause. In men, Alcohol affects testosterone levels, which play a similar role in bone health. The research is clear. People who consume alcohol regularly have significantly lower bone mineral density and much higher fracture rates, especially in the hip and spine areas where fractures are most dangerous for seniors. When you eliminate or significantly reduce alcohol consumption, your bone-building cells get the chance to recover and function properly. Within weeks, osteoblast activity begins to normalize, and your body can start building bone tissue more effectively. Your calcium absorption improves dramatically, meaning the nutrients you consume actually reach your bones. Many seniors report better sleep quality when they reduce alcohol intake, and quality sleep is when most bone rebuilding occurs. You'll likely experience improved balance and coordination, reducing your fall risk. Your liver function improves, which helps with vitamin D metabolism, crucial for bone health. Energy levels often increase as your body isn't constantly processing alcohol, and you might notice improvements in mood and mental clarity that make you more active and engaged in bone-healthy activities. Start by identifying your current alcohol consumption honestly. Many people underestimate how much they actually drink. Begin by eliminating alcohol completely for 1 week to see how you feel and to break the daily habit pattern. If complete elimination feels overwhelming, start by skipping alcohol every other day. Replace your evening drink with the bone-building alternative I'll share in a moment. Choose specific days of the week to be alcohol-free and gradually increase these days. When you do choose to drink, limit yourself to no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men, and never more than 3 days per week. However, for optimal bone health, less is always better, and none is best. If you're taking medications for osteoporosis, alcohol can interfere with their effectiveness and increase side effects. Bisphosphonates and alcohol both affect the digestive system, and combining them can lead to serious complications. Those with liver disease, diabetes, or cardiovascular conditions have additional reasons to eliminate alcohol beyond bone health. If you find it difficult to reduce alcohol consumption on your own, don't hesitate to seek help from your healthcare provider or a support group. Be aware that alcohol withdrawal can be dangerous for heavy drinkers, so if you consume large amounts daily, consult with a medical professional before making dramatic changes. Replace your evening drink with homemade bone broth, which you can sip warm like a comforting beverage. Real bone broth, made from grass-fed bones, contains collagen, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and other minerals that directly support bone health. Unlike alcohol that destroys bone cells, bone broth provides the raw materials your bones need to rebuild and strengthen. You can make large batches and reheat a mug each evening, creating a new healthy ritual that actually supports your bone health instead of destroying it. Energy drinks. Energy drinks might seem like a young person's beverage, but I'm seeing more and more seniors reaching for these brightly colored cans when they need an afternoon boost or want to power through yard work. If you're one of the seniors drinking Red Bull, Monster, or similar energy drinks, even occasionally, you need to understand the devastating impact these beverages have on your bone health. Here's what typically happens. You're feeling tired in the afternoon, or you want extra energy for a project or social activity. You see these energy drinks promising instant vigor and alertness, so you grab one thinking it's just a stronger version of coffee. What you don't realize is that you're consuming a toxic cocktail of excessive caffeine, artificial additives, and bone-destroying compounds that can undo months of healthy eating and bone-building efforts in a single can. The problem isn't just the massive caffeine dose, though a single energy drink can contain as much caffeine as 4 cups of coffee. It's the combination of synthetic ingredients that create a perfect storm for bone destruction. Your body goes into crisis mode, trying to process and eliminate these foreign chemicals, and guess where it gets the minerals it needs for this detoxification process? Straight from your bones. Meanwhile, the extreme caffeine spike causes your kidneys to flush enormous amounts of calcium and other bone minerals out through your urine. The crash that follows often leads to reaching for another energy drink, creating a cycle that continuously strips your bones of the minerals they desperately need to stay strong and healthy. Energy drinks contain caffeine levels that range from 150 to 300 milligrams per can, sometimes more. To put this in perspective, this is equivalent to 3 to 6 cups of coffee consumed all at once. This massive caffeine dose causes an immediate and dramatic increase in calcium excretion through the kidneys, far beyond what your body can reasonably replace through diet. But caffeine is just the beginning of the problem. Energy drinks contain taurine, which can interfere with calcium absorption when consumed in large amounts. They're loaded with artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose, which research suggests may interfere with bone metabolism and the gut bacteria that help produce vitamin K2 essential for bone health. The B vitamins in energy drinks are often in synthetic forms that aren't well absorbed and can actually interfere with the absorption of natural vitamins from your food. The artificial colors and preservatives create inflammation in your body, and chronic inflammation is a known contributor to bone loss. Perhaps most concerning is the effect of these drinks on your nervous system. The extreme stimulation followed by the inevitable crash puts your body under significant stress, triggering the release of cortisol. Elevated cortisol levels directly inhibit bone formation and accelerate bone breakdown, to essentially aging your bones faster than normal. When you eliminate energy drinks from your routine, you immediately stop the massive calcium drain that each can cause. Your kidneys can focus on retaining the bone-building minerals you consume through food and supplements, instead of flushing them away to cope with artificial stimulants. Your sleep quality typically improves dramatically once you stop consuming these high-caffeine beverages. And quality sleep is crucial for bone health, since most bone rebuilding happens during deep sleep phases. You'll likely experience more stable energy levels throughout the day as your body isn't constantly cycling through artificial highs and crashes. Many seniors report improved heart rhythm and blood pressure when they eliminate energy drinks, which is important because cardiovascular health and bone health are closely connected. Better circulation means better nutrient delivery to bone tissue. If you're currently using energy drinks regularly, don't stop abruptly. The caffeine withdrawal can be severe and dangerous. Start by diluting your energy drink with water, using half the normal amount and filling the rest of the can with water. Do this for 1 week. Week 2. Switch to having an energy drink only every other day, replacing the off days with the healthy alternative I'll share shortly. Week 3. Limit energy drinks to twice per week maximum. Your goal should be complete elimination within a month. Plan ahead for times when you typically reach for energy drinks. If it's during afternoon fatigue, that's when you'll use your healthy alternative. If it's before physical activity, consider timing your natural energy-boosting strategies around these activities. If you have any heart conditions, high blood pressure, or are taking medications for anxiety or depression, energy drinks can be particularly dangerous and interact with your medications. The extreme caffeine content can trigger heart palpitations, especially in seniors whose cardiovascular systems are already more sensitive. Those with diabetes should be especially cautious, as energy drinks can cause dramatic blood sugar spikes and crashes that affect overall health and bone metabolism. If you're taking osteoporosis medications, the artificial additives in energy drinks may interfere with absorption and effectiveness. Create your own natural electrolyte and energy drink using coconut water as a base, adding a pinch of high-quality sea salt for sodium, a squeeze of fresh lemon for vitamin C and natural flavor, and a teaspoon of raw honey for natural energy. This combination provides natural electrolytes, including magnesium and potassium, that actually support bone health, plus sustained energy without the bone-destroying crash. You can make large batches and keep them refrigerated, providing clean energy that works with your body instead of against it. Sugary fruit juices. This one surprises most seniors because we've been told that fruit juice is healthy. It's fruit, after all, right? But commercial fruit juices, even the ones labeled 100% natural or no sugar added, are secretly undermining your bone health in ways that might shock you. If you're starting your day with orange juice or sipping apple juice throughout the day, thinking you're making a healthy choice, you need to hear this. Picture your typical morning routine. You pour yourself a large glass of orange juice with breakfast, thinking you're getting vitamin C and starting your day with something nutritious. What's actually happening is that you're consuming the equivalent of 6 to 8 oranges worth of sugar without any of the fiber that would normally slow down absorption and help regulate blood sugar. This massive sugar spike doesn't just affect your blood glucose, it creates inflammation throughout your body, including in your bone tissue. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of bone loss in seniors, and that innocent glass of juice is feeding this destructive process every single day. The problem compounds because most seniors drink fruit juice regularly, often multiple times per day. You might have juice with breakfast, then again with lunch, maybe an afternoon glass when you need a pick-me-up. Each serving is flooding your system with inflammatory sugar, while providing none of the nutrients your bones actually need to stay strong and healthy. When you consume high amounts of sugar, even natural fruit sugar, your body produces inflammatory compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These compounds directly damage the collagen matrix that gives your bones their flexibility and strength. Think of collagen as the steel framework in concrete. Without it, your bones become brittle and prone to fracture. High sugar intake also disrupts the delicate balance between bone-building cells, osteoblasts, and bone breakdown cells, osteoclasts. Sugar consumption triggers the release of inflammatory cytokines that stimulate osteoclasts to become more active while suppressing osteoblast function. This means more bone destruction with less bone formation, a recipe for osteoporosis. Furthermore, the massive insulin response triggered by fruit juice consumption affects how your body processes other nutrients crucial for bone health. High insulin levels can interfere with vitamin D metabolism and reduce magnesium absorption, both essential for maintaining strong bones. Research has shown that people who consume high amounts of added sugars, including those from fruit juices, have significantly lower bone mineral density and higher fracture rates, particularly in the hip and spine areas where fractures are most dangerous for seniors. When you eliminate sugary fruit juices, you immediately reduce the inflammatory burden on your entire body, including your bones. This allows the natural bone rebuilding process to function more effectively without constantly fighting inflammation. Your blood sugar levels stabilize, which improves your body's ability to absorb and utilize bone-building nutrients from your food and supplements. Many seniors notice increased energy levels and better mood stability when they eliminate the sugar highs and crashes from fruit juice consumption. You'll likely experience improved sleep quality, which is crucial for bone health since most bone rebuilding occurs during deep sleep phases. Your digestive system will also function better, improving your absorption of calcium, magnesium, and other bone-essential nutrients. Weight management often becomes easier when you eliminate liquid calories from fruit juices. And maintaining a healthy weight reduces stress on your bones and joints while improving overall mobility and balance. Start by diluting your current fruit juice with water, and begin with half juice, half water for 1 week. This immediately cuts the sugar content in half while helping you adjust to a less sweet taste. Week 2. Move to 1/4 juice, 3/4 water. Replace your morning juice habit with the bone-building alternative I'll share in a moment. If you crave something sweet in the morning, try adding fresh berries to water or herbal tea instead of reaching for juice. Read labels carefully. Many drinks marketed as healthy or natural still contain enormous amounts of sugar. Avoid anything with more than 6 grams of sugar per serving. And remember that your goal is complete elimination of sugary fruit juices. If you're using juice for vitamin C, remember that you can get far more vitamin C from fresh vegetables like bell peppers, broccoli, and leafy greens without the inflammatory sugar load. If you have diabetes or prediabetes, eliminating fruit juices is absolutely critical for both blood sugar control and bone health. The rapid sugar absorption from juice can cause dangerous blood glucose spikes that affect your entire metabolic system. Those taking medications should be aware that stable blood sugar levels can affect how some medications work, so monitor your levels closely as you eliminate juice and consult with your healthcare provider if you notice any changes. If you have a history of kidney stones, be cautious about some fruit juices like cranberry juice that are often recommended but can be high in oxalates and sugar, potentially making stone formation more likely. Switch to fresh vegetable juice that you make yourself or buy from a reputable source with no added sugars. Focus on dark leafy greens like kale and spinach, which are loaded with vitamin K, essential for bone health. Add cucumber for hydration, celery for natural sodium, and a small amount of fresh ginger for flavor and anti-inflammatory properties. This provides the nutrients your bones actually need without the inflammatory sugar load that weakens bone structure. If you find vegetable juice too strong initially, add a small amount of green apple, but gradually reduce this as your taste buds adjust. Diet sodas. If you switched from regular soda to diet soda, thinking you were making a healthier choice for your bones, I need to share some concerning information with you. Diet sodas might not have the sugar and calories of regular sodas, but they contain artificial ingredients that may be even more harmful to your bone health. This includes all the popular brands Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Pepsi, and any artificially sweetened carbonated beverage. Many seniors make the switch to diet soda, believing they're eliminating the harmful effects of sugar while still enjoying their favorite carbonated beverages. You might drink diet soda with meals, use it as an afternoon pick-me-up, or reach for it when you want something flavorful without calories. The marketing makes these drinks seem like the perfect solution. All the taste, none of the guilt. But here's the reality. While you've eliminated the sugar, you've replaced it with artificial sweeteners and chemical additives that create different but equally serious problems for your bones. These artificial compounds don't just pass harmlessly through your system, they interfere with your gut bacteria, disrupt calcium absorption, and may actually increase your cravings for sweet foods, leading to dietary choices that further harm your bone health. The phosphoric acid that damages bones in regular soda is still present in most diet sodas, so you're still experiencing the calcium leaching effects I discussed earlier. You might think you're making a healthier choice, but your bones are still paying the price every time you open that can. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and acesulfame potassium don't just provide sweetness without calories, they actively interfere with your body's natural processes. Research suggests these compounds can disrupt the beneficial bacteria in your gut that help produce vitamin K2, which is essential for directing calcium to your bones instead of your arteries. When your gut microbiome is disrupted, your ability to absorb not just calcium, but also magnesium, vitamin D, and other bone-essential nutrients becomes compromised. This creates a cascade effect where even if you're consuming adequate nutrients, your body can't effectively use them for bone health. Additionally, some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners may interfere with glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity, which indirectly affects bone health. Poor insulin sensitivity is associated with increased bone loss and higher fracture risk in seniors. The phosphoric acid in diet sodas continues to create the same calcium-robbing effect as regular sodas. Your body still needs to neutralize this acid by pulling calcium from your bones, so you're experiencing bone mineral loss without even getting the energy that sugar would provide. Some research also indicates that the artificial chemicals in diet sodas may increase inflammation markers in the body, and chronic inflammation is a well-established contributor to accelerated bone loss. When you eliminate diet sodas, you give your gut bacteria the chance to recover and resume their important role in bone health. A healthy microbiome is crucial for vitamin K2 production and optimal nutrient absorption, both essential for maintaining strong bones. You'll stop the continuous phosphoric acid assault on your bones, allowing your body to maintain better calcium balance. Many people report improved digestion when they eliminate artificial sweeteners, which translates to better absorption of bone-building nutrients from food. Your taste buds will gradually reset to appreciate natural flavors without needing artificial enhancement. This often leads to making healthier food choices overall, which supports bone health through better nutrition. Some seniors notice reduced headaches, improved mood stability, and better sleep quality when they eliminate artificial sweeteners, all of which contribute to better overall health and bone maintenance. Start by replacing one diet soda per day with sparkling water and gradually work your way up. If you're drinking multiple diet sodas daily, cut back by one per week rather than going cold turkey, which can lead to cravings and rebound consumption. Try naturally flavored sparkling waters, or add fresh fruit to plain sparkling water for flavor without artificial additives. Lemon, lime, cucumber, or fresh berries can provide the flavor variety you're looking for. If you're addicted to the caffeine in diet sodas, replace that stimulation with green tea or the bone-healthy alternative I'm about to share, rather than trying to eliminate caffeine entirely at first. Address the underlying reasons you reach for diet soda. If it's afternoon fatigue, work on improving your sleep quality and natural energy levels rather than relying on artificial stimulation. If you have phenylketonuria, PKU, aspartame-containing diet sodas are particularly dangerous and should be avoided completely. Those with digestive issues like IBS may find that eliminating artificial sweeteners significantly improves their symptoms. People taking medications should be aware that artificial sweeteners can sometimes affect medication, absorption, or blood sugar levels in unexpected ways. Monitor how you feel as you eliminate these beverages and consult your healthcare provider if you notice any changes. If you're trying to lose weight, don't worry about eliminating diet sodas. The artificial sweeteners may actually be making weight management more difficult by affecting your appetite regulation and metabolism. Switch to herbal teas that specifically support bone health, particularly nettle tea and horsetail tea. These herbs are naturally rich in silica, calcium, and other minerals that directly support bone strength. Nettle tea has a mild, pleasant flavor and can be enjoyed hot or cold. Horsetail tea is slightly more earthy, but provides exceptional amounts of silica, which helps your body utilize calcium more effectively. You can brew large batches and keep them refrigerated, adding lemon or a small amount of raw honey for flavor. Unlike diet sodas that harm your bones with every sip, these herbal teas actively contribute to bone building and maintenance. Let's recap what we've discovered today about the 6 drinks that are silently stealing your bone strength, and the powerful alternatives that can help you rebuild what's been lost. Remember, you've been drinking soda and carbonated beverages that use phosphoric acid to literally dissolve your bone tissue. Switch to fortified plant-based milk that delivers calcium directly to your bones. You've learned that excessive coffee, more than 3 cups daily, flushes calcium straight out through your kidneys. But green tea provides gentle energy while actually protecting your bone health. We talked about how alcohol poisons your bone-building cells while stimulating the cells that break down bone tissue. Replace those evening drinks with warm, comforting bone broth that provides the raw materials your bones need to rebuild overnight. Energy drinks create a toxic storm of artificial chemicals and massive caffeine doses that strip minerals from your bones. But your homemade natural electrolyte drink provides clean energy that supports bone health. Those seemingly healthy fruit juices are flooding your system with inflammatory sugar that damages the collagen framework of your bones. Fresh vegetable juices rich in vitamin K give your bones what they actually need without the inflammation. And finally, diet sodas might not have sugar, but they're disrupting your gut bacteria and still stealing calcium through phosphoric acid. Bone-supporting herbal teas like nettle and horsetail provide minerals that strengthen your skeletal system. Here's the transformation that's possible when you make these switches. Within weeks, you'll stop the active bone destruction that these harmful drinks cause. Within months, your body can begin rebuilding bone density as it absorbs and utilizes calcium more effectively. Within a year, you could see measurable improvements in bone strength and a significant reduction in your fracture risk. But you have to start today. Your bones can't wait for tomorrow or next week. Choose one harmful drink to eliminate and one bone-building alternative to add right now. Maybe it's switching your morning orange juice to vegetable juice, or replacing your afternoon diet soda with nettle tea. If this information opened your eyes to the hidden dangers in your refrigerator, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm constantly researching and sharing the latest discoveries about senior health that you won't hear anywhere else. Share this video with a friend or family member who needs stronger bones. You might be preventing their next fracture or fall. Coming up next, I'm going to reveal the 5 foods that build stronger bones faster than calcium supplements. And some of these might surprise you. Foods that deliver bone-building nutrients in forms your body can actually use, unlike synthetic supplements that often pass right through without benefit. Remember, every sip you take is either building your bones or breaking them down. There's no neutral ground here when it comes to bone health. The drinks you choose today will determine whether you maintain your independence, your mobility, and your quality of life as you age, or whether you become another statistic, another senior whose life was changed forever by a preventable fracture. Your bones are living tissue that respond to how you treat them. They're constantly breaking down and rebuilding, and the drinks you consume directly influence whether that balance tips toward strength or weakness. The 6 drinks we've discussed today tip that balance toward weakness, fractures, and loss of independence. The 6 alternatives we've shared tip it toward strength, stability, and continued vitality. I want you to imagine yourself 5 years from now. Picture 2 different versions of your future self. In the first version, you continued drinking the bone-weakening beverages we discussed today. Your bones gradually became more porous, more brittle. Maybe you experienced a fall that resulted in a hip fracture. Recovery was long and difficult. Your independence was compromised. You became fearful of movement, of going out, of living fully. Now picture the second version, the one where you made these simple drink swaps starting today. Your bones maintained their strength and density. You moved with confidence. You remained independent, active, and engaged in life. You didn't live in fear of falling because your bones were strong enough to handle the normal stresses of daily life. The difference between these 2 futures isn't genetics, luck, or expensive treatments. It's the daily choices you make, including what you choose to drink. Every glass, every cup, every sip is a vote for which future you want to experience. I know change can feel overwhelming, especially when it involves giving up drinks you've enjoyed for years. But remember, you're not just giving something up, you're gaining something far more valuable. You're gaining peace of mind, continued independence, and the confidence that comes with knowing your bones are strong and healthy. Start small if you need to. Pick the 1 drink from today's list that you consume most often and replace it with its bone-building alternative for just 1 week. Notice how you feel. Pay attention to your energy levels, your sleep quality, your overall sense of well-being. Let your body show you the difference these changes can make. Then, when you're ready, tackle the next drink on the list. Within a month or 2, you could have completely transformed your daily beverage routine from one that weakens your bones to one that actively strengthens them. That's not just changing what you drink, that's changing your entire trajectory of aging. Your bones have supported you through every step of your life so far. They've carried you through your career, your family life, your adventures and achievements. Now it's time for you to support them. Give them the nutrients they need, and eliminate the substances that harm them. They've been faithful to you. Now you can be faithful to them. Don't let another day pass drinking beverages that steal your strength. Don't wait until a fracture or a diagnosis of osteoporosis forces you to make these changes. Be proactive. Be protective of your bone health. Take control of your future, starting with your very next drink. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. Hit that subscribe button to stay connected with information that can help you age with strength and vitality. Share your progress in the comments. Let us know which drink you're switching first and how you're feeling as you make these changes. This community is here to support you every step of the way. Your strongest, healthiest years can still be ahead of you. It starts with the simple but powerful decision to stop weakening your bones and start strengthening them instead. Make that decision today. Make it with your very next beverage choice, and take the first step toward a future filled with strength, confidence, and independence. Thank you for investing this time in your health. Your future self is already thanking you for the changes you're about to make. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue building your knowledge and your strength, one healthy choice at a time.